Imagine you're driving home after a long day. One passenger. One destination. One fare. Everything seems perfectly normal. Until you discover your passenger disappeared without opening the door. Impossible. That's exactly what happened to taxi driver Kevin one rainy Friday night in Mombasa. And before you say, maybe he jumped out. Relax. The doors were child-locked. The windows were closed. And Kevin's dashboard camera captured absolutely nothing. Or did it? Kevin wasn't exactly what you'd call lucky. His previous week had been terrible. His phone fell into tea. His landlord reminded him that rent is not a donation. Even mosquitoes had formed what Kevin called a WhatsApp group dedicated to my blood. His friends joked, "Kevin, if bad luck were a job, you'd already be CEO." Kevin laughed. Because crying uses too much water. At exactly 10:47 p.m., Kevin noticed a man standing beside an old street lamp. The man wore a grey suit. Perfectly clean. No umbrella. Yet somehow, not a single drop of rain touched him. Kevin rolled down the window. "Where to?" The man smiled. "The old lighthouse." Kevin frowned. Nobody visited the lighthouse anymore. Especially at night. Still, business is business. The passenger entered the back seat. Quietly. Too quietly. No perfume. No footsteps. No sound. Kevin thought, this customer is quieter than my uncle after borrowing money. The radio suddenly changed stations by itself. Then, the GPS announced, "You have arrived." Kevin looked outside. They were still 20 kilometers away. His fuel gauge jumped. Full. Empty. Full. Empty. Kevin sighed. My car is more confused than someone trying to remember all their passwords. He glanced at the rearview mirror. The passenger was staring. Not outside. Not at Kevin. But directly into the mirror. Kevin smiled nervously. The passenger didn't blink. Not once. Kevin whispered, either this man is very relaxed, or he's buffering. They finally reached the lighthouse. Kevin parked. He turned around. Sir, we've arrived. Silence. The seat was empty. The door had never opened. The rain outside remained untouched. Yet, on the seat lay exactly 500 Kenyan shillings. The correct fare. Folded perfectly. Kevin checked under the seats. Nothing. He checked the boot. Nothing. He even looked in the glove compartment. Because when you're scared, logic also takes leave. The next morning Kevin told everyone. Nobody believed him. Until an elderly fisherman heard the story. He slowly smiled. You picked him up? Kevin nodded. The old man replied. You're the seventh driver. Kevin froze. The seventh. The fisherman pointed toward an old newspaper hanging inside his shop. The headline read, Businessman dies in taxi while returning to the lighthouse, 1989. The photograph was the same man. Same suit. Same smile. Same face. Kevin quietly looked at the 500 shilling note. It was printed. In 1988, Kevin never worked night shifts again. His friends still tease him. Bro. At least your ghost paid. Because let's be honest. These days, finding a passenger who actually pays might be the biggest mystery of all. Would you have continued driving? Or would you have jumped out of the taxi the moment the passenger stopped blinking? Tell us in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe. Because some passengers are never really gone.